Watercooler.
Found the claws only weakness.
Watercooler.
Sub-zero temperatures!
Watercooler.
Hey, welcome to Watercooler. Yes, episode number 331, also known as 69 plus 69 plus 69 plus 69 plus 55. Thank you so much to everybody for tuning in and hanging out with us on this lovely weekday. We only have two people in studio right now.
We do. It's really weird.
Usually we have the core 4,
Core 4.
then the key 3,
Key 3.
now the poo 2.
Yeah.
And that's me and Gary. But that's just in studio because we have Matt Fondelier zooming in. So, well, I didn't even introduce you guys the usual way. But you know how the show goes. I have Chris Locks. I'm going to kick it with my cruel digital buds like Gary Smith.
What's up? What's up?
A claw!
And via Zoom in Austin, Mr. Matt Fondelier.
Hey, brother.
Hey, buddy. So, okay, Dawson is out because he is on a prog rock cruise. Tweeting about how drunk, he was tweeting about how drunk he was going to get
Correct.
the whole time.
Which the reason he is tweeting about how drunk he is going to get is he was explaining to me that all of his responsibilities on this prog rock tour are done in the first day and a half. So come day 2 at lunchtime, he can just go nuts and have a vacation for 3 or 4 days.
After the second day, they don't need onboard announcements anymore.
Apparently not. Apparently he's just announcing bands on the first couple days, and then he's got a Q&A to moderate, and then they're done.
Wow,
I'm in the wrong business.
what a life!
It's something. I mean, I'm jealous.
See,
I did see a picture, and I don't know if it's one of the same brands of cruise ship that we have all been on before, but I could just tell by the walkway, by the tables, and by the little glimmer of glass on the sides. I was like, that man is on a boat right now.
yeah.
Drunk on a boat to
Living it up.
to call back to one of our first Corolla cruises where Dawson for the first day and a half would not stop shouting, "We got to get drunk on a boat."
Yeah,
Right.
the man likes to party, and
Yeah.
people love it. So have at it, buddy. But
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
yeah, that Dawson's probably doing that right now. And then Kalen's not here because he quit. So,
Correct.
So-
Correct. There seems to be a lot of that going around these days.
Oh boy, what is going? Gary,
Hey, man.
are you okay? I'm
No.
worried about your mental health. I think a lot.
I
of
am
us
also.
are.
I
Yeah,
can feel
what's
it
going
from
on,
here.
bud?
I'm definitely not okay. I'm getting better, I think. I think I was having a really hard time when Kalen and Matt were here, but imminently would not be here. I would have rather just have them not here, I think. I was just struggling a little bit
You
with
just
that.
wanted to be the poo too altogether.
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited to have Kalen back for the Patreon, though. But, I've been saying for weeks, I need everyone to just calm the fuck down and stop having major crazy things happen. And then as we were driving into work today, we found out that another one of our employees isn't coming in for a few days because they're under the weather. And it's been a struggle at every turn. But you know what? We're going to get through it.
There's been a lot of-
you and I got this.
a lot of motion behind the scenes here, Cruel Digital, just with Gary and my bodies, just running around doing multiple jobs. It's been fun, and fun is definitely sarcastic and in quotes.
Yeah.
There's nobody to help carry the load? There's no newbies.
We got
running
some
around
new.
there yet?
We got some new
Okay.
blood, some fresh. But we're still hazing them. We just shaved their heads, and we're making.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, we're making them.
One of them's in the lockers right now.
Yeah.
We're going to let him out after the show.
Yeah.
So let's go long.
Yeah.
And I got one ready. I'm going to tickle his butt with a feather. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on. So
Now that was a new hazing that you added. You
Yeah.
know, when I first got here, the whole tickle your butt with a feather thing, that wasn't part of it. But once you started producing the show,
Yeah.
I did notice that was becoming
Get the
well,
tickler.
thing that you
I
liked.
did it.
Yeah,
I
get
did
the
it to
tickler.
Kalen, and he turned out great. So this is my way of recreating a new Kalen.
Yeah.
Sure.
I got to tickle your butt with a feather.
Cool. Make sure the guys that just got hired are listening to this.
They already went home. Kidding me? It's 4:00. They're long gone.
Yes. Oh man. But anyway, look, there's a lot going on. But we look, there's a lot.
We got this, Chris.
There's other stuff going on in our lives.
Yeah.
Matt's in Austin, living the dream. He got rid of that shorty wardrobe box behind him. And
Got it unpacked, baby.
he's unpacked. He's sitting
Well,
back.
not everything, but
Where's-
that wardrobe box.
Where did you put all of Chris's clothes? I get one more in.
Bazing.
You brought it up.
You don't. All right, that's fine. I was thinking about this, and the short jokes, they're fine. I think they're funny. Like I literally walked.
They're great.
I was garage
People
sailing.
love them.
I was garage sailing with friends, and in
Did he just use garage sale as a verb?
you going around a bunch of different
I think
garage
so.
sales. You're garage sailing.
Really?
Or garage buying, I guess.
Garage sailing. I've never heard that as a verb. I like it.
Oh, yeah. Maybe we should spell it S-A-I-L, though. I'm garage sailing.
That's what I was thinking.
Hey,
yeah,
there
when
you
you said
go.
that.
And we were walking down a neighborhood, and on one of the trees, like where the roots grow, it kind of grows into like a little ups, like an A or an arch.
Mm-hmm.
And someone put a mini door in there, and then someone went, "Oh," to the kid, like, "Hey, see that door? That's where your Uncle Chris lives." And that's fine. That's fine.
That's amazing.
Is it fine? You don't sound like it's fine.
It's fine.
I don't know.
It's fine. But
Chris, it's hard to tell from here, but your tone sounds a little short.
okay.
All right.
All right. There's
All
Matt.
right. Are you
Not
proud
a
of
lot-
yourself, Matt?
Yes.
not
That
a
very
lot
much.
low-hanging
changing,
fruit. You have to go
Austin.
for that
Yeah.
low-hanging
There
fruit.
we are.
Well, how's Chris supposed to reach it?
Well, okay. Now I was having this thought after that. Like, that's fine. The short jokes are fine. Matt, keep them coming. You know, I've become disciplined. I mean, I learned from
I
the
won't
great
short
master.
shrift you.
Thanks. I learned from the great master Brad Williams, who, I mean, had to take it like a champ growing up and kind of got out in front of it for a lot of the times too. And I was thinking though, these short jokes. I mean, first off, New York Post just put up this article about it's the season of short kings right now.
Yeah.
And I'm a short king.
Short king summer.
Yeah, it's a short king summer, right? And according to a lot of people, I'm a short king. Like I got a
You're absolutely a short
I have
king, but
a-
you're a short king that has his tall queen now.
I have
so.
a stunning wife who is taller than me.
What's
And-
Short King Summer? I've never heard this before.
Well, short kings are like it's like Tom Holland who's dating Zendaya.
Yeah.
Zendaya is taller than Tom Holland, so they call him
Okay.
a short king. And yeah, so it's just like it's basically like
It's
short
a
short guys are
popular-
in right now.
Yeah, it's a popular thing right now. Like they throw these short king parties where the girls all have to be over 5'10", but the guys all have to be under 5'8".
That was every party for me. No,
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
yeah. So short kings, that's ridiculous, Matt. What's ridiculous about that, Matt? Tell
To
me.
have a height requirement for attendance to a party? Yes, I stand by that.
Well, what roller coasters do it?
I know you Mr. Disneyland over there. You got a problem
Yeah,
with height
what the heck,
requirements all of
man?
a sudden?
That's
What the
true.
heck?
You can't be too tall to go on a roller coaster, though.
Yes,
or
you
can
can.
you?
Yes, you
Oh, yeah?
can.
Yeah, I'm sure. Have you ever been too tall to ride around?
I have not, but my uncle, who's 6'10", has been.
Yeah.
Oh.
Where they're like, no, you could hit your head as it goes into the tunnel right there. Like maybe you won't, but like we're not letting you try.
Yeah. And also I went to a concert. I was seeing a band called Mute Math. Great live show. Excellent drummer. His name's Darren King, I believe. Watch his videos of him drumming. He's insane.
Darren Short King?
Oh, I think he's a little taller, but yeah. Matt is just pun central.
Well, the
today.
problem is I think that Matt is just sitting in Austin unpacking and writing jokes. He has like not much to do with his time, so
Yeah.
I think he's just sitting around, and every now and then he'll be like, "Hey Siri, add a note, Short King Summer," like whatever. He's over there writing.
Yeah. Well, I was watching.
You're close.
I was watching Mute Math, and this guy had to have been 6'8", 6'7". Huge fan of the band. Has a shirt on, and he goes up and he stands in the middle of the crowd, and he's just singing every word to every song, just loving life. And a security guard went up to him, tapped him on like the midsection because his shoulder was too high. Said, "Hey, you gotta get to the back, buddy. Nobody could see behind you."
Yeah.
And he was heartbroken. He looked so sad because this is like one of the few people who knew all the words of the song and was there to see the band, and he had to go to the back just because he was too tall. Me,
That's
I don't have to
bullshit.
do that.
Correct. Yeah, I do that to myself.
You just know.
I mean, yeah, it's different at like something like a baseball game where you're buying a seat, but at a concert type venue where it's just like, open floor, whatever, everything's a mosh pit, you got to kind of stand at the back if you're tall. You can see everything. Come on.
Yeah,
Don't be selfish.
but you're losing the proximity effect.
You are, but what I think
That's
about
big.
is the more the proximity,
How are you
the
supposed
more
to
people I'm
catch the
fucking
guitar
over.
pick?
That's right. How are you supposed to catch Izzy's guitar pick? Just kidding. He can get it to you wherever you are in the venue. But yeah, I guess you kind of know, like, all right, I'm too tall. I gotta go.
Yeah.
I just gotta go
Yeah.
in the back.
Exactly.
That's fair. And like tall people are kind of in the back most of their lives in pictures, and you just kind of just know I belong here. Same with me in the front. I always go to the front.
Yeah.
Put me in the limelight, baby. But anyway, so I was thinking about short jokes, and it is the summer of short kings. Somebody even messaged me like, "Yo, King, you dropped your crown. Pick that up, you short king. On one of my wedding photos. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
So the short jokes are one thing, but you can't make fun of fat people because fat jokes.
Watch me.
What? Who'd you just look at?
I don't know.
You can't make fun of fat, like in society, fat people you don't touch, right?
Right.
But arguably,
You can touch fat people. It's okay.
no, I
they
heard.
won't try to eat you.
I heard they
Maybe
eat
you. Maybe
heard-
you, Chris. I don't
heard-
know.
I heard they'll take a bite. But so fat people.
Did that air conditioning ever kick on?
Welcome to my fucking summer experience in Texas so far, Gary.
Oh,
I ask
really?
myself every
You having
day,
AC
is
issues?
The AC on? I think so. I got to ask the landlord because it's on, but I'm scared that it actually is working. You know,
And
this is a
that's it?
scenario where I'm praying that it's not working right, because if this is what it's going to be like,
It's a nice brisk 89 in there.
82, and that's no joke.
Ooh, really?
It's balmy, man.
Yeah, we got a colder day than you right now. Anyway, but arguably you can control your weight
Sure.
for the most part. I mean, gosh, don't. Hey, I can't control my weight. I have a thyroid issue, or I have a
course
big
there are
depression issue, or whatever. Like, I get it. I get there are things, but
Of course, there's exceptions to
let's
everything.
just take it at base of society. I'm short.
Now
and
you're
then
calling fat people the base of society. You are sick. You are
I
just
am not.
sick.
I'm not. But isn't it weird that like short people are still fair game, but like fat people, oh, you can't say anything about their weight. You can't say anything about that because that's shameful.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I think that might be sort of what the short king thing is like short dudes
We're coming
trying
back?
to claim their slice of the like. Don't shame me. I have no control over this. Like
I really don't.
No, you
I did not make this choice.
right.
I live with it. It is the same thing as if I was a leper.
I don't
Would
think
you
it's the
make
same-
fun of me for my leprosy?
I don't think it's quite the same.
It's-
It's close, similar.
I didn't. Well, I'm sure they didn't choose leprosy. I'm not saying. Okay, I should retract this.
Yeah, I think there's a different analogy that you'll
I
like
know.
better.
I'm trying to think of the most extreme thing.
Here's what I think the difference is. We have already reached and passed peak fat shaming, PFS. All right. It happened with a little known documentary called The Nutty Professor, starring Eddie Murphy. And that movie was chock-a-block, filled with great fat jokes. But by the time the sequel came out, you know, it just wasn't okay anymore. So I feel like there was a time when you were allowed to make all the fat jokes you wanted to, and people thought it was great. I'm talking Chris Farley era, you know, the list goes on and on. But now we've passed it. And now everyone's too sensitive. So I think we have yet to reach the height of short jokes.
Okay. Yeah. Nice.
But-
Bravo.
But that's coming, baby. I think we're entering it right
Do you
now.
have a thesaurus off screen there that you're just like you're just throwing in every?
I'm just going stir crazy, man. I don't know anybody out here, Chris.
What about your bartender friends?
I can't be going to the bars every night, buddy. I'm married.
Oh.
Okay.
What about the nabes?
Oh yeah, been hanging with the nabes. I got a couple friends out here that I'm going to be meeting in the coming weeks, but you know, for now, it's just my wife and I. So just going a little stir crazy
I
sometimes.
get you. Yeah, it's okay,
Yeah.
man. I get it. Yeah, is that why one of the walls on that thing just has a bunch of writing on it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I try to
God.
keep that out of frame.
Oh, man, are you okay, dude? Anyway, here's just a thought I had about because I just thought I still think they're funny. Like that joke about the door in the root of the tree. I was
That
crying.
was good.
laughing. I was crying.
Yeah, it's
laughing.
good.
It's very funny. But yeah, it's just a weird society thing that I just don't think we've caught up yet. So I can't wait for this to become a thing, and then I can start shaming everybody for because we maybe have passed peak short shaming, PSS.
Mhm.
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like it's just beginning,
All right.
unfortunately.
Where'd Gary go? Anyway, the reason I wanted, because before we get into comments, I wanted to do your Chez Fond du Lait because we pushed it like 3 times already,
Yeah, you did.
and
And-
I can't let that happen again. Especially like we've been talking about food and eating and stuff. It's like, let's get into our eating segment. But
Mhm.
Gary's not here to fire off the intro. The computer's way too far for my short arms to reach. So we can just move on to another topic here. And I want to get your thoughts on this, Matt, because we're roughly the same generation. Me, you, Gary. We're like very close in age, so maybe close in tendencies.
Absolutely.
So I live in Long Beach, and I drive home every day, and there is a traffic light that is on a timer rather than on sensors. So I hit the red every time I hit that intersection. No cars anywhere near me. The walking symbol is going perpendicular to me, so I have to wait for that countdown hand, and I just have to wait here. There's no other cars around, and it bothers me. It bothers me to the point where I've mentioned it to other Long Beach locals, and they know exactly what I'm talking about. Everybody knows it. All the cars still stop there because there are cops around, and if they see you, they'll ticket you, even if it's perfectly safe to run that red light. And then I've noticed another intersection with the same problem, and I'm very close to writing a letter to the city, and I told Jen this, and she says, "You sound like the oldest man in the world," that I want to write a letter to Long Beach saying, "Hey, fix these lights, get them off the timer, and put them on a sensor or something, because it is wasting everybody's time."
Yeah, you do sound pretty old.
I say do it, pal. I'm all for writing the letters,
and then
I'm dissatisfied.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm all for it too, but let's just take a survey of the room here. Do either of you actually think that Chris's letter does anything? The one letter from Chris.
Maybe it'll make him feel better.
No.
I don't think it will if they don't fix it. And then how much time do you have? I mean, not a lot.
Yeah.
I happen to know.
I don't have a lot of time.
What does that mean?
We've lost a lot of our staff. Some of them moved away.
Why'd you do that? man?
I thought you were threatening Chris's life.
No, not
Like,
at all.
You don't have a lot of time
sound-
left here.
Yeah,
Wow, that did sound like a threat. The
I
way
know.
you put it that
don't
way.
have
Wow.
much time.
Yeah.
I
Holding that
happen
knife
to know,
out
I
to
happen
me.
to know you don't have much time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Exactly.
tone really
That's
really
what it
makes
sounded like.
everything.
Now, Chris, here's my question. How big of an intersection is this? Is it very wide? Like
Relative to him or like
three for a normal
Okay, what is
person
a
of average height?
it's a 2-lane,
So 4 lanes total.
4 lanes
on
total.
each side.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
and it's like normal intersection. There's no like
No,
dead end?
it's even worse, Gary.
Okay. Let's hear it.
It's a T intersection, and I'm going straight through, so I have to wait for nothing.
For no one to turn.
For nobody
either
to
left
turn.
or right.
Yeah.
And then you have to go.
Yeah.
All right. Is the right lane
Locust and 6th, everybody who lives in Long Beach. Locust and frickin' 6th. Go ahead.
is the right lane a right turn only lane? Can you go straight from the far right lane?
Well, no, I just go. Well, I'm going straight, so there's no right turn. It's only the
What if you were going the other direction though? Is I guess
Oh.
what he's saying.
no.
They're both lanes can
Both
go
lanes,
straight.
yeah.
Can go straight.
Yeah.
Okay. So here is my proposition, and it's ridiculous, but I have done this in a similarly slow intersection back in Pasadena. Get in the far right lane.
Oh,
And when you're stuck at the red light,
I know.
open your door, run over, and hit the pedestrian crossing button, and then run back
What?
into your car.
What
look
are
like
you
a fucking
talking
idiot,
about?
okay,
but
that was
You
not what
will
I
change
expected.
the light.
You
That
do
will
not
change
do
the
that.
light fast.
Get the
I
fuck-
have.
I'm glad you
have.
I'm glad you moved to Texas.
You do not
I do not
that.
need people like that in California. Ew, really?
You know what? Time is money, Gary.
Time is money. But Matt, remember, it's all on a timer anyway, so that doesn't really do anything.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Because the lane, like the crosswalk, still goes off whether the button's pressed or not.
Right, so
Okay.
that's on a
It's
timer
not gonna
as
help.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not
there
gonna
is-
help.
Yeah. Wow.
Even if you push it a bunch of times.
I haven't tried it yet.
I'm
I'm afraid that my car will just
Will
go
you try
right
it?
away with me.
Do you have?
No, it's not gonna
Do you
go
have the same
right
image in your head that I do of Matt like jumping out of his like slamming it into park, jumping out of his car, running over?
I feel like I'd look
Flip flops. In flip flops running.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. This is
Alright.
why I got to write this letter.
Well, then enjoy wasting your life away, Chris.
I-
enjoy it.
I have been.
Because I
can't-
happen to know you don't have much time left.
Now here's the thing. Chris, if you want to get this done and be simultaneously hilarious, we could come up with a form letter that we could put on the Facebook group and have people mail in letters about this from all over the country and confuse the shit out of your
right.
local government.
Oh,
I was visiting from Wisconsin.
Yes.
Exactly.
Can we do that?
I was visiting from
Bobo
X and
Bobo Boy Army,
assemble.
6th and Locust Avenue. Let's just start
I'm gonna
there.
grab a beer.
I have
Grab me a
other
beer.
intersections, and then there's also this turn where the tree's growing too large and it blocks some of the traffic light from a certain angle, and you can't see if it's red light. So I have spots, but let's start with Locust Avenue or Locust and 6th, and that's just all I want.
There you go.
Just fix that light. Let me drive through.
I just want to confuse the hell out of some Long Beach official who has to get all these letters and be like, why am I getting these from like upstate New York and Florida?
And this is Long Beach, California. I'm sure we might have brand new listeners. So Long Beach, California, Locust and 6th.
Let's do it.
Let's fix this light. I want to drive through. If we do it, I'll take a video of me driving right through it. Oh, that's probably illegal. I'm just kidding, policeman.
Include a line about how your dog was barking because the light wasn't changing, just for the inside woof woof of it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, and everyone around town knows about it. Why don't they do anything about it? So I feel like I have to now take it into my hands.
Yeah.
So I was doing that, or I was thinking of just trying to jump on a call with somebody there, and just, it might be easier to just do it as a call. I might get a little too animated though.
Yeah. I don't know if a call is going to do it. I think you come in numbers.
We have to come in numbers.
I think we have to do the letter approach from the Bobo Boy Army.
Okay. I can do that. All right. Well, now that Gary's back and we can play intros, before we get into comments, we pushed Shay Fonale too many times. I want to get into Matt's food segment, so let's do that before comment. Oh, go ahead.
Real fast, I just wanted to point out that we are joined today by a listener who is moving to Austin, Texas. San Antonio, Texas, by way of Hawaii, and he said, I'm coming through LA for a few days. Can I come by the studio and hang out? And I said, absolutely, man. He's a Watercooler subscriber.
You sure he's moving, or is he just pulling one on you so you can come?
I don't know, man. He's a Patreon subscriber, and
he's a Patreon.
That'll pretty much get you anything. If you hit me up through Patreon and ask for a favor, and I can do it, I'm probably going to do it. But he brought us some delicious Dos Equis Ranch Water hard seltzer, the classic lime. I'd never had this before. It's delightful. It's really good. Matt, you should check some out at the Bevmo there in Texas.
I'll be expecting mine shortly.
Yeah,
he's
it will be arriving with him on the first Monday of never.
Yeah, Austin is not near as close to San Antonio. Texas is huge.
No,
Texas
it's like an hour away.
We did a tour with my band through Texas. Felt like it took like 4 weeks.
Yeah. It took you a day to drive through it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
What the heck? So anyway, thanks, Joe. Appreciate it, man.
Yes, Joe. Thank you very much.
And by the way, they need to come up with a new term. Ranch water sounds disgusting. Like everybody's using it. Like, oh, it's ranch water. Ranch water sounds gross.
It does
in every sense of the word. Either it's like, oh, it's farm water. Like it's like from the livestock of animals on the ranch. Yeah. Or it's like, oh, it's ranch flavored water. I don't want that either.
I don't want that either.
Doesn't sound good either.
All right. Well, Chris, sorry to interrupt you with that. I just wanted to give Joe a shout out and say thank you,
Joe.
He also brought us some moonshine, which I will not be sharing with Matt either, but I will share with you.
I would love some moonshine.
Hawaiian moonshine. He said it's a local brand that's basically a one-person operation.
Wait, is it just moonshine made in Hawaii, or is it just because you threw pineapple in it? Because you could throw pineapple in anything, it becomes Hawaii.
No, I think it's made in Hawaii. He gave me the guy's card. He said it's just basically one dude who has this business making moonshine out of like a warehouse.
They should call it sunshine out there.
Hey, there you go. But they have the moon too.
I don't know. I've yet to see.
All right. Well, here we go.
Oh no!
What type of foods might we hear of today? What might be the price? What might be the venue? So let's find out. It's time for Gary to say, hey, Matt.
What's on the menu?
Well, Chris mentioned that this installment has been pushed probably 3 times. So I got news for you guys. This is actually going to be a 3-part Shay Fondelay. So this is part 1. God. And listen, I want y'all to listen closely, okay? Because I'm going to plant some seeds early on in this installment that it's going to pay off in a future installment. So you're going to have to listen closely.
You may want to plant some seeds there in Austin too, lest you run out.
Yeah, I might need to. All right, so here's the deal. We're flashing back to essentially my very first week here. It was about a week and a half ago, and my wife had finally arrived with our cat, and she had one day. It was a Wednesday afternoon. She did not have to go to work, and I said, we are going to go explore the town. And I had heard many times that in downtown Austin, there's a major party street called 6th Street. And there's also
does it cross with Locust? Because that is an intersection that needs
what a horrible coincidence.
No, I think it's I don't think it is.
A lot of 6th Street talking this.
Yeah, a lot of 6th Street. God, sorry, I didn't mean to.
There's another.
I did.
It's okay. There's another very popular street in this area called Congress. And it happens to be like where the state capitol is. And there's also allegedly a bunch of bars and restaurants. So I thought, let's just park the car at 6th and Congress, and then we'll go from there. We'll just figure it out.
Isn't that
So
a homeless encampment these days, though?
Well, glad you say that, Gary, because yes, it is. And on a Wednesday
Didn't
afternoon,
see that in the YouTube videos. Sorry. All right.
Yeah.
I'm done.
I know.
No.
Yeah, you actually went outside to explore. You weren't just doing a virtual.
That's
How
right.
do I
virtual
know
exploration?
that's almost encampment? You live there, and you're like, let's go park the car, honey.
So we're driving around, we're trying to find parking, and it's tough. And at a certain point, we go into this parking structure that is like comically small. It does not even seem like a real parking structure.
The one I have in my head's very small.
There's no place to park
Very
there.
small.
Finally, we get a parking spot in front of a floppy disk repair company that just looks like this old building from the fucking 1970s.
Yeah.
And yes, there are homeless people. Not like there are in LA, but
Who need their floppy
there's
disks
some
repaired?
homeless people.
Who needs their tech repaired?
Apparently.
How does a place like that exist?
Nah.
Just money laundering, right?
It's got to be.
It's got to be a front. It's got to be a front.
Or it's just one
So
of these.
there's also
That'd be a cool speakeasy.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
there's also a lot of construction.
Matt
What's
would,
up, Gary?
Matt would go to the floppy disk.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, well, listen, let's just start walking down 6th. I know we're going to hit a place eventually. And we are walking for like, it had to have been 3/4 of a mile, almost a whole mile, and just absolutely nothing. And the farther we're getting away from the car, the more I'm realizing that this was a mistake and we should have looked up a fucking place to go to like we normally would, but we were trying to be adventurous.
You really were, in the true sense, exploring.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. You didn't know what you were gonna come across.
Now, eventually in the distance, I see some pink neon lights. And as we're getting closer, it appears to be a Mexican restaurant called Taquero Mucho. And
Okay. Te quiero mucho?
Taquero, Taquero. It's a pun on taquero.
Okay.
It's a taco stand.
Okay.
Taquero Mucho.
Yeah.
And I mean this with nothing but love in my heart, but
Uh-oh.
it was the gayest taco shop in all of Texas. We're talking like rose gold disco ball. All the music is like Lady Gaga, Ariana Grande. All
Love
the
'em.
waiters they're fabulous. They have pink nail polish, and they were just really embracing a lifestyle that may not have been very accepted in Texas in the past.
Sounds
But
fantastic.
in Austin, it was goddamn wonderful. And thankfully, the food was absolutely incredible. And this is a place that I've later found out is basically like an Instagram haven where there's just like a million photo opportunities for people who like to do Instagram.
It's like the 3rd or 4th place he's gone to that is like that. Remember
Yeah.
the TikTok
Yes.
place where you couldn't get into the bathroom because there's too
Couldn't
many
go to the
TikTokers?
bathroom. Exactly. Well, this place, it was a Wednesday afternoon, so it was busy, but it wasn't like completely packed to the gills. So to start, we had 2 pink margaritas, which were very strong and very delicious. We each
What made
had
it pink?
the food dye.
Oh, really? It's just
Sorry.
food dyed? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think so.
It's all
I
just,
think
it's
it just
very,
tastes like a regular margarita, but it was
a
pink.
lot of it is just like for the photo op.
Sure. For
That's
the gram.
right.
Yeah.
And the tacos, of course, were on pink tortillas and
I don't know if I need that.
I don't want that.
amazing rice and beans. Also,
Pink?
skewing toward those colors. Yes,
What?
exactly.
No.
Now,
I don't.
the tacos that I had were carne asada marinated in deer and garlic with guacamole, pickled onion, radish, and salsa verde.
I was with you up until the radish. Keep that shit.
Radish
Oh,
is
you just
already
get, like,
pink,
a
isn't
little,
it?
Little thin, yeah, it is. Just like a little thin slice, like a little crunch.
You know what'd be better? No slice.
All right.
I like how
Basic.
it breaks it up.
Basic
I'm
bitch.
fine with it.
Julie, my wife,
Yeah.
she had shredded chicken slow roasted in chipotle sauce with tomatoes, caramelized onions, red cabbage, queso, and sour cream.
Pink?
Pink. Oh yeah,
Pink sour
definitely
cream.
pink. No, it was white sour cream.
Okay.
Yeah, it was white cream. But you know what? Again, it was absolutely delicious. And after walking for a mile, not seeing any other place that would be feasible for us, it was very, very welcome. And then the best part was they had some bird scooters parked right in front. So I faced my fear and rode that baby all the way back to my car. Didn't have to walk the mile back to the car. It was fucking glorious.
I don't think that was a good decision.
Why?
Because you're cursed. You've been touched. Don't ride those things.
Well, I proved to myself yet again that I could do it. I've done it a couple times since I broke my arm.
Okay.
Now, again, that's just part one, but there is more to this journey. And I will get into it in the Patreon this week because there's just going to be 3 of us again. All right. Oh, no, Keelan will be there. I'll do my segment. So until then, that's what's on the menu.
Yes. What do you... Oh, all right. I could do it.
I forgot.
Tease the outro.
I forgot.
Joe's
That's a tease.
here. We thought it was a Patreon.
Yeah, so I saw Joe there, and I was like, well, outros. I mean, what are you gonna do? Guy brought us claws.
So Joe's in the booth right now, sitting here, and his mic's not on. But to give us affirmation, he keeps doing the hang loose.
Yeah, I can't really see him
The
because
shaka?
he's kind of behind a wall for me.
Yeah.
But I have noticed some like animated
It's
like
so
arms
natural
moving
for him, 'cause
around,
he's from
and it's like
Hawaii.
I'm like, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, he's from Hawaii. He's been living there for a long time. So the shaka is basically their handshake or their wave or their thumbs up. So I love a good shaka. So it's just I don't see it as much as here out here as I used to.
We've gone over this before, but I never called it that. I always thought it was hang loose.
Hang loose. I don't know.
Shaka, the way you say it just sounds too close to the thing that we used to refer to, the sexual joke that we used to refer to in high school, the shocker.
What's that?
You know what that is.
What's that?
Get out of here.
What's that?
Trying to
that?
trick me into like a Gary Talks here? No, I'm not.
What is this shocker?
Get out of here. Get out of here. I'm not falling for that.
Just Google it, Chris. Google it.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone Google it right now.
You guys want to do some comments?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go.
Now it's time for listener
All right, and once again, these are all comments found on our Patreon. I mean, on our Facebook page. And if anybody wants to join our Facebook group, it's super easy. Just go to facebook.com/groups/BoboBoyArmy Worldwide LLC. Answer a few questions, and we might let you in.
If you answer the questions, we probably will.
Yeah, answer the questions.
gotta answer
a
the
lot of people
questions.
still aren't answering them.
I know.
Are they bots? What is going on?
There are definitely some bots where it's like, just clearly based on your name, I highly doubt that you speak English and consume this show. Like, what are you doing coming into our group? So I have to reject the people that don't answer the questions because that group is pure. Like, that is a group where people talk about stuff from this show, and it's super fun. So we got to keep it. We got to protect it, man.
Yeah. Alrighty. And as I said, my favorite place on the internet. Okay. Let's see. Steven Thiltgen
Going
This is a new
international with
guy.
our listeners.
Yeah, new commenter.
says, I listen to many pods and have never created a Patreon account and paid for enhanced content.
Huh?
Until now.
Hey!
Looking forward to the next movie night.
Well, here's
Yeah.
Dawson's reaction.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
What about Kalen? Is he excited?
Here.
Yay.
Here's a video.
There you go.
I'll put it on YouTube too. Here's a video. I just remember I took it and I sent it to some people. Probably taken about 7 months ago.
Okay.
What are you seeing, Gary?
I'm seeing a pickup truck in front of you. Someone's screaming.
Yeah, I'm stuck at Locust Avenue
Oh.
behind a pile of cars.
That's you screaming. That's you screaming like a
sound
child.
like
I thought that
him.
was a child. That is you screaming in agony as you were stuck at Locust Avenue. That
And
is
look, see,
true
there's
pain.
only one way. You can only make that left or go straight through.
Yeah.
No cars.
You
Nothing.
could also stop in that right lane.
The,
Hit that pedestrian button.
I've heard you make that sound before. That is pure rage right there. That is just.
Yeah.
Wow. I feel your pain, man.
Yeah, imagine that coming out of a Prius.
I'd
weird.
be so scared.
All right, let's see here. Joe Giacchero says, since Barstool steals most of their content from the WWWWC,
Most?
I want to take this one from them. What was everyone's AAM screen name?
Mix-a-lot 230.
What was it? Makes a lot?
Mix-a-lot. Like,
Oh,
sir.
mix a lot. Nice.
Well, I do want to go over this, but Joe Giacchero, I will say, we did this back in the day.
Yes, we did.
We did.
So you didn't take it from them; they took it from us
Correct.
again. farce.
That's
They're going through the
absolutely
back
right.
catalog now to
But,
try to
yeah.
get off of the scent.
Yeah, they listen to archives. So, but mine was my mom says I'm cool after a quote Millhouse said to Bart.
That's a lot of characters. You
Yeah.
can make that.
Yeah, you could. And then I remember I was so pleased with oh no, sorry, mine originally was DaBomb 993, and then I changed it to my mom's Simpsons quote because I thought it was funny. It's a Simpsons quote, and the first guy that I am, his name's Evan, and I'm like, hey Evan, it's Chris. This is my new screen name. Just want to say what up. I'm like, what do you think? And he's like, it's cool. And I'm like, oh, so what's new? What's been going on with you over the summer? He's like, my mom just died.
Oh,
Yeah, that legitimately happened to the first person that I
Instant message.
I instant
What are the
message.
chances?
Yeah, it's terrible.
the answer was Thursday.
Wow.
Hurt me.
My screen name was Simpsons fan.
Oh yeah,
Right? Yeah, famously.
yeah. It tracks.
Got it early, baby.
Let's see here,
Now
Victoria.
you have to be Simpsons fan 12. You know,
Yeah,
no
oh,
numbers
yeah.
after
Obviously.
me
Oh,
now.
you were straight Simpsons fan. Period.
Well, I wasn't straight Simpsons fan. I was just Simpsons fan, but also straight.
Yeah.
Forget it. Just move
No,
on.
you got to do it. You got to do it. I appreciate the swings always. Shoot your shot. Don't
Gary's
hesitate.
leaving for like the 5th time. I don't even know what's going on.
I don't know
Is he
what's
having
going- he's been
problems?
getting-
He's drinking. He has alcohol
People
problems.
are worried, but yeah, that's what it is. That's the kind of problem he has. Victoria Gabay says, okay, Bobo Army. This has been going on randomly for a few months. I'll open the front door to one or more DoorDash McDonald's bags with a single cookie in it. Prior to today, the most in one day was 3 bags with a single cookie. Tonight, it was 6. I came home to 4 bags on the porch. Went inside to take my dog, to get my dog to take her potty, and came back out, and there was a 5th on the ground and 6 being delivered. So since I had the delivery guy there, I verified the address. Are you sure? She's like, are you sure you're sending this to the right place? It was right. So so someone is sending me 64-cent cookies via DoorDash for $8.
Well, I think there's good news here. You have a secret admirer, and they are ballin'.
I should mention
Yeah.
McDonald's is a 2-minute walk from the house. It's insane. Anyone else? Yeah, so she just wants to know what's going on. What do you think's going on?
I don't know, man. I was sending cookies to a girl. That's a good way to, break the ice. Now, doing it anonymously through DoorDash is fucking creepy as shit. And she should
Yeah.
get a gun and a new lock for her door. But yeah, I don't know. And by the way, I'm not going nuts. We have new employees, and they needed to show me something. That's why I keep leaving.
Okay. Yeah, Victoria, it does sound like you have a secret admirer. It sounds like this admirer has a very weird way of showing it.
Yeah.
Although, seems quite, I don't know.
What if it's Dawson
there's-
getting drunk on a boat? He's like, Victoria would like a cookie.
I wouldn't put it past him. He's a very
He's a
thoughtful
generous
guy.
guy.
Now you can like schedule a DoorDash delivery, but you can't really have like a recurring one, right? Like I'm wondering if this is not like a glitch in the DoorDash system. I mean, someone would still have to send one cookie, but then not realize that it's a recurring thing. Like, is that?
No, that's not a thing.
She said it's been going on for a few months. I mean, you'd think they'd figure it out by then.
Yeah, that's weird. I
Yeah.
mean, I
Yeah.
don't know. That's
I mean,
very
at a
strange.
certain point, if it's like making you uncomfortable, I feel like you should be allowed to contact DoorDash and like see where the fuck these are coming from, or
Oh, yeah, I'm so
Stop the
sorry about your
delivery.
free cookies.
No, I agree. I agree with Matt. I don't think they're going to tell you like who's doing it, but they could, probably make it so that whatever that account is can't deliver to your address anymore.
yeah.
You like verify.
Now, if
to
you're
them.
enjoying the cookies, let it keep going.
Yeah.
By all means.
Yeah, I think so too. But you don't want to accept the cookies, eat them. Then the admirer
Also-
searches through your trash, sees all the empty bags, and that the cookies were definitely consumed. And probably not by the dog because they're chocolate chips. So definitely consumed by who. So they accepted the gift. Now they must do something. Now they must acknowledge it.
Real jump out there at the end. Well, here's what I'm saying.
I still get Gary.
McDonald's-
I didn't know where you were going.
McDonald's not known for the cookie. What you really want are like the apple pies.
Yeah.
So what we got to do here is try to figure out why a cookie and can we get upgrades?
That is the Fondelier way.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh man, really wish this was a McFlurry.
Yeah, or at least a soft serve.
Yeah.
Like, come on,
The
let's mix it up a little
The
bit.
soft serve machine never works.
Oh, it's always
nor
broken.
would delivery.
You know, there's a
nor
class action
delivery
lawsuit
upset.
right now over that, about the fact that
Really?
the McDonald's soft serve machine is broken too much.
What?
Yeah, somebody's trying to sue them in like fucking federal court.
Most of the time, I am so against that. And I think, why are you doing this? You're ruining everything by suing for not like crazy reasons. Like I always say, like when at a Yoshinoya, on the window was this huge poster of their new teriyaki chicken bowl, and under it in the bottom of the poster, it's like not actual size, and it's like no shit.
Yeah.
No shit, that's not the size of this bowl.
And who's the dickhead who walked in
Yeah.
there and was like,
Yeah, who's like, hey, I got my bowl. I'm looking at the picture and it looks different. It's much, much smaller than
Look
that
anything
huge,
like
that
that
huge
freeway
floor to
billboard.
ceiling poster that's displaying this teriyaki bowl.
"This is bullshit. See you in court."
Yeah, see you in court. So I
Yeah.
despise those kind of people. Like, what are you doing? Now we're wasting ink having to type out this disclaimer. But the soft serve thing, I can kind of get
I'm
behind.
kind
It's
of
kind
with
of
you,
interesting.
man. It's 'cause when you
Yeah.
want that soft serve. That's fucking kind of tough.
There's a place out here, a chain called Jason's Deli, and you can bet.
Oh, another
that
awesome
I looked for
local
deli
thing.
as soon as I got here. That place, expansive menu, and you know what? Free soft serve. Free soft serve.
How's the food?
It's amazing. It's great. It's a
there's
fucking deli, dude.
there's
Great
a-
sandwiches and free soft serve.
Yeah, some Korean places do that out here where they literally just keep the soft serve ice cream right by the door, and on your way out, you just hit it with it. You grab a cone, you just hit it, and you leave.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty chill.
Just put your face under it, man. What do you need a cone
Squeeze
for?
the
Just fucking
juice.
take a bite to go.
Yeah, take a bite.
All right.
Yeah, no box. I got this. Let's see. But Victoria, yeah, it does sound like you have a secret admirer. This happened to one of Jen's friends too. She had like flowers delivered on her car every day after work, or just like put like on her windshield, like a bouquet.
It's a weird move, man. It really is, because
Yeah.
it's like,
What do you get? I mean, I guess you maybe because you admire them so much, you just like seeing them happy. But I don't know. I think it kind of weirds.
it's yeah. I mean, I
It
guess-
just implies that you're watching from a distance.
Right.
To, like,
That's
gauge
that's
the
exactly it.
reaction.
exactly, and that's super creepy. I don't know if I like that.
Yeah.
A claw!
Let's see here. Well, Victoria, keep us updated on that. I'm curious. I think this is gonna have another episode to it. Stephanie Blaine
Hopefully,
Hey, Stephanie.
says, question for Matt
Oh, hey.
and other pet owners who recently moved. My husband and I are moving in a week to a different part of the state. We're super excited, especially now that our dog Riley will have more space and a yard to run around in. We met Riley at one of the Mala meetups.
yes, we did.
But she also has anxiety, so I want to make that transition as easy as possible. Any advice on traveling and moving with a pet?
Make sure you put cat food in the car.
Yeah,
Make sure you
that's
put a chip clip on that box or that bag.
Well, here's what I would say. If you're in a position, well, I guess it just depends on the size of your dog. Theoretically, when you're doing this moving process, if your dog has attachment issues, I would try to stay with the dog at all times during the process. So if you have a choice between driving or flying, and flying means like keeping your dog in a crate away from you, I would probably not do that. I would prefer to drive, and that way your dog has eyes on you the entire time. And I would also suggest maybe in your first couple weeks or at least days of being in the house, try not to leave the dog alone, because the dog's probably going to think that you've taken it to some random place and you're just abandoning it. So you want to avoid all of that. Otherwise, I feel like dogs are pretty resilient. My wife probably has more to say on the subject. I can ask her off air and see if she has any other insight. But, we just kind of kept plying him with treats and like little CBD treats if he seemed like he was getting nervous, and he's been totally fine. And we're not really doing that anymore. He's just back to kind of his normal self. It was really pretty easy for the most part.
Yeah.
So that would be my advice.
Do you drive with your dog in your lap?
No, we have like a little like car seat thing for him. I should say for like an extended road trip. If we're just like, now that we're here, if we're going to like go out to a bar and bring the dog with us, because you can do that out here, then we'll let him sit in our lap, or whoever's not driving's lap.
Okay, you don't drive with your dog in your lap.
No, I mean, I have, but that's
Yeah.
definitely not super advisable or safe, but I've done it before.
I see a lot of drivers out here doing it.
Yeah, me too.
It's like a
Yeah.
big thing.
I don't like it.
You don't like
again,
it?
it just depends on the size of your dog. If you have like a gigantic dog, it should not.
Yeah, I'm not
be,
putting a
like,
Great
throwing
Dane.
its face and body in front of you. But a little Chihuahua on your lap, it wants to stand in the window for a second, it's fine. But I would not advise that for a very long drive.
The joy that a dog gets from sticking his or her head out the window.
Oh yeah,
is a joy that I want. I just want to know.
Yeah.
Why do you love it so much, and why do you need it, and why
You've never stuck your head out the window?
I have. I
driving?
don't.
We don't get that joy though. I don't get the same joy from that as any dog I've ever looked at does.
Yeah, they
true.
they need it. It's like oxygen to them. It's a weird sensation that they just really, really love.
Yep.
And I love seeing dogs sticking their head out the window. It actually makes me happy. So
Absolutely.
So it's a symbiotic relationship. I love it. I love that when they do it, and I just want it to keep going. Circle of life. It's beautiful. And also, I don't know, the things that just make dogs happy. I weirdly love the sound of dogs like lapping up water.
Yeah,
It's a cool sound to me, and I don't know why. It's
satisfying.
It's satisfying to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, we all know we're pro puppy. Letting the dog stick the head out the window, beautiful, beautiful thing. Now, for humans, we used to play a game, Matt, growing up called Endurance. You can only play when it rains, and typically, you do this with multiple people in the car, and you roll down the window when it's raining.
I can see where this is going.
And you stick your head out the window, and whoever it keeps their head out the longest wins.
I'm gonna have a 15-year-old in like 11 years. This is so terrifying because I did shit like that too.
Yeah, and then you would just get soaked, like wetter. You look worse, like more wet than when you got out of a shower. Like it's pretty incredible. And the rain actually kind of pelts your face because you're driving fast.
You're going fast.
Yeah. So, but I mean, the game's called Endurance. It's the rules of the game's right there in the title.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So anyway, but yeah, dogs have better time than I
It's
do.
a great game where the winner is ultimately the huge loser.
Street cred.
Well, the biggest loser is the guy who's driving, whose car it is, that's now fucking filled with water.
It's
Just three
destroyed.
jerk offs have had their windows down for half an hour.
Oh yeah, it really. Yeah, the inside the car got very.
It will.
very messed up.
It will screw your car up.
Yeah,
That's gonna do some damage.
we were very irresponsible. All right, let's see here. Maureen Bosduman created a poll.
Hey, Maureen.
Hi, Maureen.
Getting lots of new commenters. I'm feeling like I'm loving this.
Yeah.
And it's a good poll. A lot of people contributed. What is the best plain or original chip? So right now in the lead is kettle, the plain kettle chip. Next, potato chip, not by far, nipping at kettle's heels.
Potato chip meaning what? Lay's?
Just like a plain potato chip, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Thinner
then
one.
tortilla is next by about half that, then Ruffles, then Pringles. But what do you guys think? The best plain chip?
I think it's weird that Pringles are getting their own category. I feel like that is just like plain chip.
That's
to
potato.
me.
But Pringles
No.
are not like Pringles are
Pringles
like
are not chips. They're their own thing.
it's a difference between like steak and
That's
ground
true.
beef. You know, it's just it
Mhm.
feels like it was molded to be that, or like a hamburger patty versus a steak.
I think that this is
I feel like
Go ahead, Matt.
I was gonna say I feel like they're pretty spot on here. I'm not sure if you were to put a plain Pringle and a plain tortilla chip without any salsa or dipping sauce in front of me, I might actually go for the Pringle before the tortilla chip, which I know is blasphemy a little bit. But the tortilla chip, you really, really need that dip or that sauce to kick it up.
Yeah, I love a tortilla chip when I go to a Mexican restaurant. Not one that serves food in normal colors. I will eat the chips and salsa, and I'll fill myself up before obviously the meal comes.
Every time.
Every single time.
Every time. How can
It's
you not?
guaranteed.
How can you not?
It's such a great appetizer.
Oh my gosh, it's the best.
But then there are times when I run out of salsa, and I'll just keep munching away at the chips. And each chip, the second I'm done eating it and I swallow it, I think, why'd I do that?
Yeah, don't do that again. And you know what you do?
I keep doing it.
Yeah.
But I go, why do like it needed the salsa? Why am I doing this by itself? So I guess I do like plain tortilla chips because I'm eating it.
Yeah, I think it's just sort of a habit thing though when the chips are in front of you. But yeah, I try to keep extra salsa around so that doesn't happen.
Yeah. And the kettle chip, it's a great chip. It really is. But what it does to the roof of my mouth.
Yeah,
I'm gonna write a letter to the kettle chip company. They gotta sand those edges.
Dragging the chip across your mouth.
They gotta sand those edges down. No, not necessarily. But look, I put it in my mouth. The saliva should moisten it a little bit, but no, it doesn't. It's like. Oh.
The kettle chip is the superior chip because when you bite into a chip, you want the crunch. That's really
Sure.
what the chip experience is all about. And the kettle chip delivers on the crunch every time.
Do you want the gum cuts too? Because you're gonna get gum cuts.
I don't know what you're talking
You
about.
don't know what I'm talking about. Kettle
use your
chips
teeth.
don't give you
use
gum
your
cuts.
gums, you use your teeth. You chew
Gary,
with your
do you
tongue.
get gum cuts?
Use your teeth.
You ever get gum cuts?
I will. I don't know about gum cuts, but I will say that I have taken some mouth trauma from a kettle chip.
See?
There has been some trauma inflicted on my mouth from a kettle chip. Now,
Joe, give me the shaka. You get gum cuts? Oh, you give me the shaka.
Now, I will say, I have found that there is a kettle chip with a slightly less crunchy and dangerous composition that is made by Lay's, the Lay's kettle chip. And the original Lay's kettle chip is a good kind of in between.
Okay.
You get the kettle crunch.
Are you sure there's not a warning on the bag?
Hey,
dangerous.
hey, Austin. Shh. You get
Dude.
the kettle crunch, but you don't get the mouth trauma.
Yeah, it happens, Matt. Don't act like we're crazy here. I'm sure you've had enough chips. You're going to get gum cuts. It's
We need
dangerous.
another poll. We need another poll here.
Gum cuts?
About mouth trauma?
Yeah, gum cuts
Yeah,
and mouth trauma.
exactly.
Dude, it's a thing. It is absolutely a thing. And look, I love a kettle chip. They're so crunchy, but maybe just a touch too crunchy.
That's what I'm telling you. You got to try these Lay's kettle.
I just need them to soften just a little bit.
You guys,
Give-
you need
get
to
some
embrace
give.
the danger, Chris. Live on the wild side of life, okay?
Did you not hear me play endurance? About me playing endurance? I understand how to live on the wild side. It's just, yeah. So potato, and we all know my favorite chip is the baked Lay's plain.
Yeah.
So I'm going potato, baked.
Potato is your number one.
Yeah. Let's see here. Johnny Shine says, I'm looking to fill my wedding registry. Bubba Army, do your thing. Please drop suggestions. One thing I'm struggling to pick now is a good pasta roller, preferably one that can attach to a Cuisinart stand-up mixer. So what did you guys put in your registries, and what do you wish to put on it? Thanks, Woof Woof. I just filled out a registry.
You're going to be best here.
Not that long ago, but it was a lot of kitchen appliances, a lot of not even appliances, just like pots, some pans, some dishes,
Yeah?
some serving dishes, some silverware,
Yeah.
just all the stuff because like we have, I don't know, just like ours are pretty much on their way out. Anyway, we never really got super nice stuff. So we're like, oh, I think it's time we do that, and we registered for some stuff. We got a lot of it, which was very cool. Somebody told me, he's like, you just register for it. You'd be surprised at like everything that like people get you. Like you didn't think they were gonna get it for you, and they do. And all that's gonna happen. It's been really sweet.
Yeah.
And then I started, but I'm trying to think of other stuff to register for, and I don't want to be, obviously I don't want to put anything too crazy on there that's like just super expensive stuff. So the very first thing that I put on my registry was an ice cream scoop. Because when Jen's like,
Just a scoop.
yeah. So I had an ice cream scoop since I lived by myself, and it was just like a cheap, I don't know, store brand one that I got from a grocery store or something. And it basically, you put in the ice cream and it would just bend. It would just bend.
That's
Like, and
that's sad.
it was sad. It was very sad. And I just had enough of it because I had people over and they wanted ice cream, and I thought, let me get it for it. And it was so embarrassing that I had to use my regular spoon after the other one just bent backwards. And so I got so mad.
I would leave.
See, Matt.
If I had
Matt
ever
would
been
move-
invited to your house to have ice cream and that happened, I
Yeah.
would just leave.
Matt would move to Austin.
Yeah, that's his move.
So I would have. So what I did was I took the thing and I just bent it even more. And I threw it away and I said, "No more. We're done with this." And then 3 days later, Jen's like, "Hey, it's time to make our registry." And the very first thing I put on
Put a
there
scoop on it.
was an ice cream scoop.
Did we go metal this time?
I hope you put like an
It was
expensive
always
one
metal.
with the little flap on it
I
that
put-
kind of like releases the scoop.
This
That
is no,
never
that's
really
that's
works.
not the
Certain
one.
That's
flavors has
bullshit.
that.
That's like
a
a- that's for,
bullshit
like-
one.
yeah, I
that
don't like
doesn't
those
work.
ones.
That
Those-
never works.
Those are like for cookies or something, which that was later added a couple weeks later. But the ice cream scoop, my very first thing, and I did a lot of research on this, like because when I buy things, I always make sure that it's I truly
Does
want
it scoop or does it bend?
Is that,
I don't know what that voice
is
was.
that your impression of me?
That was very nice.
Why is that? Why do I sound like a Neanderthal? Is that my
It's a
internal
silly
monologue?
question. It's a silly question to ask.
No, it's not.
Does it scoop or bend?
No? All right. You know what? I stand corrected, you guys. I'm really sorry for that. I really am. I retract it. It's been retracted.
So I'm looking up different grips. I'm looking up different styles. There are a lot of different styles. There's some with that little push button on there. There's some that are like the thrifty one.
Oh, the gun.
The gun.
Now that's interesting.
There's some, but you got to take it. Like, do you want it in your drawer? Like, where are you going to store this thing? Do you and I'm looking at the shape and like, do I want a wide mouth one? Do I want that one that looks more like a lacrosse stick than the actual bowl, like on a spoon? So, like, which one do I want? And I finally found one. It's really good. It was $11. Put it on the registry. Did not get it. Did not fucking get it.
And please tell me you have since bought it.
I haven't. Well, I haven't had ice cream yet either, but I have not.
Chris.
And I'm just looking at. I'm looking at.
Please feel free to use some of the money that I gave you as a wedding gift on an ice cream scoop. Had I known.
Yeah, did not freaking get it.
$11. How much time would you say you spent researching this?
40 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you not that way?
I am, but not usually at the $11 price point. I usually got to get above 20. At $11,
My wedding ring didn't make that cut.
There you go.
Yeah, it just.
Now,
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say my wife and I did the complete opposite. We did not have a wedding registry, 0 registry. And my thing was just give us some money, man. Give us cash. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Honey fund. Come on.
Honey
what do I need a
fund.
fucking ice cream scoop for? I got an ice cream scoop.
Yeah. I
Now,
wanted that ice cream.
I understand that now, to be fair, that's me talking out loud now. I did not put on my wedding invitation, just give us money. But by not putting the registry on there, my hope was that people kind of got the idea. Now, again, maybe that's just selfish, but isn't that what the whole wedding registry thing is all about? Just ask her what you want. That's what I want. I want money. I'm going on a honeymoon.
Yeah. Which, by the way, Matt sent me a very nice email about spots to check out in Italy when I go. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to share that with the wifey. So thank you, man. Gary, what do you think about your registry? Did you get everything you wanted? Were you surprised? Were you?
I really wasn't that involved in the registry. I didn't really want anything. I wanted my wife to get what she wanted. We were everyone was extremely generous with us. We got most of what was on our registry, I think. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you had this experience, but you couldn't possibly have this experience, but we got a bunch of super nice stuff, and then we almost immediately had my son. So we haven't exactly been having formal dinner parties or anything.
Yeah.
So we basically have this cabinet that is full of stuff that is really nice and like beautiful and like nice glasses and china and like, all the stuff you would need to have a super formal dinner, but we've just never really thrown one. So it's kind of all just sort of sit in this cabinet. And I know we will use it and cherish it and love it in the future, but for now that's not really what's been rolling for the past couple of years. Big gatherings at your home with a baby.
Yeah. Yes.
What's been happening?
Yeah, I don't know.
Stuff's
been going on.
Stuff's been going on, Matt. You're the fire starter. Also when we were registering, like usually the usual stuff's like decorations for the house, stuff for the kitchen. Those are I wanted like tools.
Sure.
Like, is that weird to put on?
No.
I kind of want some crescent wrenches or a step stool.
Not as weird as a fucking $11 ice cream scooper.
That's weird. That's the first thing I put.
The tools.
You're getting married. Get me this $11 item.
Well, no, but if people want, they can add it. Kind of fill out. Just get a bunch of small things. Whatever. It's all possible.
I will say at a certain point during Chris's process, he told me that he was being encouraged to put more stuff on.
Yeah.
And he was asking me for like tech stuff. He was like, what's like tech for the house? I'm going to put a mesh router on there.
Got it.
Like, did you?
Got
Look
it.
at that.
Love it.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know, man. Get one of the smart garage door openers or something. Like,
Yeah, I went tech. I got I did the thermostat and
Nice.
just get the smart home stuff. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
That is cool. That's a good idea. Because
So.
as someone who had to buy it all, that's expensive.
Yeah, so I mean, there's some ideas for you, Johnny, and congratulations again, man.
Yeah,
Keep us updated on the nuptials. All right, it's been an hour, guys. So I think we could end comments there and save the rest for Patreon. And thanks everybody for commenting and being a part of the show. Oh, what is this? What he put up a sign, but I can't read it. What does that say?
I'll go
Gary?
read it.
It just says Shaka.
Joe put up a sign.
Ice cream scoop ?
Ice cream scoop ? He gave me. Oh, he said Shaka. No Shaka. No. Oh, he did a Shaka upside down, like it was a thumbs down.
Oh, oh my goodness! Wow.
Yeah. Well, look, it's Hawaii. All right. Anyway, thanks everybody for commenting. We appreciate it, and for being a part of the show.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much, and
Yeah.
thanks again to Joe for the Dos Equis ranch
The
water.
ranch waters.
It's really good.
All right. I know we got Matt there. We got the Poo-Too in studio. So why don't we get our plugs in? I'll start over there in Austin. Matt, what do you suggest we check out?
Well, you can follow me on Twitter at Matt Fondelier, and you should check out a true crime podcast called Sword and Scale. I've pitched a couple new episodes that I'm going to be working on, so listen to that.
How's the research been going for that?
It's been going good. There's one that's a trial that's happening right now, so I'm in the middle of doing that. And then there's another one that happened probably 12 years ago, which is a little bit harder to figure out.
Are you doing
what
a
happened,
true crime
but-
story on Amber Heard pooing in his bed? Because I'll listen to that episode.
I was waiting
That
for the
has
Johnny
got to be
Depp
one of
thing.
the weirdest stories ever, right? Like,
Oh, that trial's fantastic. I've been watching it
it's
for reasonable
just-
doubt. It's great.
oh my God, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And that movie that they made together was such dog shit. And that's probably where they met. And just, he should have known while they were making that movie. I think it was called The Tourist or something like that.
Oh yeah, I heard
I
that.
mean, she's unbelievably hot. That's PAH for sure in that movie. So
Correct.
I kind of get it, but also that movie just did nothing but destroy that guy's life. It did not get good reviews, and now this.
Yep.
Now his beautiful ex-wife is taking poos
yeah.
in his bed.
Now we got
and
chocolate
blaming
in
him
his,
for it.
in his bed.
It's
Sorry,
You're better than
I
that.
am. I don't know. I'm trying.
At least go for an Amber Turd joke.
I was trying to think of something different. All right. Well, yeah, definitely check out Sword and Scale with Matt and Gary. So, what you?
Obviously, our Patreon, patreon.com/watercooler. And then one more thing. Anyone who likes chunk nibbles, they just launched actually this week on Amazon. If you could go and buy even one of the small little packs and then leave a review, you have no idea how much of a difference it makes to how Amazon kind of rates them and like continues their relationship.
Oh,
If
for like the algorithm
Yeah,
and everything. 'Cause
exactly.
If you have a lot of good reviews, it'll go above the fold, and you can find it a lot easier.
Right.
But you want it to be a verified purchase.
Yes, absolutely. And if you don't get a lot of reviews, then Amazon might just like eliminate their relationship with you. And obviously, Amazon is the easiest place for people to buy things these days. So it really means a lot to my family's business, my cousin's business rather. If you guys could go check that out and just leave a review for any purchase that you make on Amazon. So
And this should be a legitimate review. We should not bark.
no, we can bark in there. Just say your dog loves it. And, whatever.
No,
like-
what your dog loves it. You don't want people feeding
yeah,
it to
that's
their
true.
dogs.
Maybe don't do that, but find a clever way to get a bark in there if
Yeah.
you want. But yeah, just go leave a review, positive, obviously, and thank you guys very much for anyone who's willing to do that.
That's cool. Chunk Nibbles gotta support.
Yeah.
And they are actually a product that we all get behind 1,000,000%. And as for me, I'll back that. Check out Chunk Nibbles on Amazon. Please support the family, the community out here. I mean, that's what we do. So we appreciate everybody again. We'll see you later this week for Patreon. We love you. Goodbye.